Hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Nerdworld Empire. Only a short video today because there's almost no lore in it, but I think it looks pretty cool and I thought screw it, it can have its own episode, and that is on the unknown Replicator ship encountered by SG-1 randomly in the outer galaxy. You only see it once, and it spends most of its time paying attention to the larger and more impressive vessel controlled by Apophis, and then we never see it again. But before we get started talking about this ship and trying to break down what we can tell about it by its general hull profile, just want to bring you a quick word from my sponsor, and it will be quick. Today's video is brought to you by my great sponsor, Relentless Rebels. They specialize in the sale of various different Viking-themed jewelry and other apparel. You can find them at relentlessrebels.com. If you go to their website, have a look around, find things that you might like. If you decide there's anything on there you want to purchase, use the promo code NERD20 to get a 20% discount on all the different things that they sell. These vary from pendants to rings and various other little things, most of which are Viking themed, but they do have numerous objects which are of their own original creation. So when you get a minute, head over to their website and check out their wares. If there's anything there that you do decide, as I said, use the promo code NERD20 to find yourself saving a little bit of money at checkout. With that said, let's get back to the video. Right, so the unknown Replicator ship. It was encountered by SG-1 in the year 2001. They were aboard a captured Goa'uld Hatak being pursued by a superior Goa'uld vessel controlled by Apophis. Through various complicated reasons, they'd ended up being flung into another galaxy. In orbit of a planet, they were under attack from Apophis when suddenly this vessel emerged. It completely ignored and bypassed the Hatak and would choose to engage Apophis's ship instead. We would learn that this vessel was Replicator controlled. The most likely reason for it bypassing the Hatak and going for the larger and more powerful Apophis's mothership was probably because of the superior technology and capabilities of the Goa'uld flagship over the smaller Hatak. The Replicators had simply turned their attention to the vessel later. The ship was tactically vastly superior to anything the Goa'uld had. This will likely be to the superior technology of the Replicators, which we'll discuss in a second. SG-1 hid from the attack, watching the battle, but ultimately hiding from it, only emerging again later to basically see who had won. During the engagement, we saw that the vessel was able to land several direct hits on Apophis's mothership, as well as shoot down staff cannon blasts being fired at the ship by the Goa'uld, some kind of advanced point defense system. The vessel also possessed advanced shielding and advanced sublight engines. It likely had a hyperdrive, but was not actually ever demonstrated to use one, but that doesn't mean to say it didn't have it. Now, when we get to the technology of the ship, there are several things to consider. The vessel aesthetically somewhat resembles an Asgard ship, but I say somewhat loosely. It wasn't any known Asgard ship. The Asgard were not ever demonstrated to use the vessel, and the Asgard did state that the Replicators had absorbed technology from other species, meaning in many ways they become more advanced than the Asgard. It's doubtful the Replicators built this ship themselves, as that's not really what they did. They will have simply commandeered it from somebody else. If they were the Asgard, fine, it was an Asgard ship. If not, it was someone else's. But the Replicators, having technology drawn from multiple sources, the Asgard included, they were able to enhance the vessel's capabilities beyond what its original were. So some of the abilities we see the ship demonstrate may not have been in its original capabilities. As we saw when the Replicators would capture a Hatak, they would substantially improve shields, propulsion, and weapons, sensors, and other systems. It's likely they made the same modifications to this vessel, meaning what we see isn't what we would have originally got in the ship's stock form. Being that the Replicators did have access to such advanced technology and would improve the vessel before fully consuming it in order to better utilize it to capture more technology and resources to further their goal of simply replication. The vessel was encountered twice, once here engaging, as I said, the ship controlled by Apophis. Later, it would be seen patrolling around a planet that the Asgard had done some interesting time dilation experiments to basically freeze the replicators in place, but the vessel again would ignore the Earth ship, this time the Prometheus, deeming it technologically too primitive to be of interest, and perhaps only later to come and try and consume it for its raw materials. It's also possible that the replicators down on the surface and overall were curious about the Earth vessel, as by this point human form replicators have been constructed, and the Asgard were actually mistaken. The replicators would have consumed the ship, they simply didn't because they were curious. By this point, replicator culture has also begun to evolve. It's never been established who actually built the ship or what its original, as I said, stock capabilities were. Whoever they were, though, they were certainly a technologically very advanced people, certainly more advanced than Earth, because, as stated, the replicators would generally ignore something they weren't as interested in, such as a Goa'uld Hatak or an Earth Prometheus type vessel. Meaning this ship must have been more interesting or more appealing to them than these ships. Again, implying it was more advanced. Again, it is possible it was the Asgard, but we don't know that for a fact, and it was generally implied considering it was a little bit more alien looking, and the Asgard were never seen to use it under any other circumstances. It was probably a completely wholly alien design. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Who built it? What did the replicators improve on the vessel? And am I missing anything? And that is what we know about this unknown alien replicator controlled patrol vessel. I just want to take this moment to thank you for watching that video. If you liked what you saw, please check out my social links in the description box below to Instagram and Twitter and others. And also is down there a link to my Patreon page where you can support this channel and the others as I try to grow this franchise and do this more regularly. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you for watching and bye bye.